Okay, so now I don't have... Now I do not have an assigned truck. So now I should be able to do a special transport mission with just an auto-gen. Massive tech part, tech part, tech part, tech part, tech part, tech part. Air conditioning, tech part. Service boat. Where's the house? Where's the house? Giant silo. We just had the house. Huge construction. Giant silo. Turnkey house. Prim to Ely. Perfect. Perfect. Looks like we're doing this with a 379. Lovely. Freaking news crew here for a house. Like, this doesn't happen every day. This is like the least impressive of the oversizes you can haul. It's just a house. This sort of thing drives down the interstate without escorts sometimes. Get a selfie. Alright, yeah. Avoid conflict with escort vehicles. Keep cargo between them. Do not drive out of the route. Speed limits will be ensured by the front vehicle. Watch out for overtaking traffic and change lane. Right. I haven't done one of these in a while, but it'll be fine. Good, we got a dashboard thing. Perfect. Oh, this feels like a nice, snappy little truck, too. Just make sure we don't hit the house on the corner. Hello, news crew. Alright, are you my escort car? Or not? You are. Perfect. Oh, I think this is a steering trailer. Oh, that's going to make this much easier. Just got all the roads closed for me. Oh, turning right. Got it. So our escort for this is a Nevada State Trooper. Alright, that's interesting. Whose house is this? Elvis Presley? My brain just searched for someone famous that did a lot of things in Vegas. And I came up with a dead singer. Hello, Pharisine. I cannot tell what that emoji is. I'm sorry. Oh, too fast. Too fast. Let's just set our cruise control. I guess 40 is as fast as we're going here. That's fine. What other... speed at least on my dash. This is an 18-speed transmission, I think. It's a cat that is lurking. Hello, lurking cat. Not to be confused with a flirkin' cat. Unless it is a lurking flirkin, which is entirely possible. Then I would expect tentacles, but you know. Pharisine, the lurkin' flirkin. This is going to be miserable if we have to stay at 40 the whole time. I've been passed by houses on the interstate. They are not forced to go this slow in real life. Real life, they're allowed to just do the speed limit. I've had them overtake me before, because I drive like 58 to 62 for the most part. It's really fun if you're on a particularly narrow interstate where a house decides they want to pass you and you have to actually like fully drive on the shoulder yourself to let them by. It's like if y'all just had a CB radio, you could like ask me to just move into the left lane or something, but no. It's really surprising that you have an escort for this mode. I've seen stuff like this travel on the interstate without escort a lot. Since there's just no traffic on the road at the moment. Oh, there's a car. This is the deadest I've ever seen Las Vegas. Truck Simulator gets a couple of things a little bit off. Especially with the special transport jobs. There should be a CB radio right there. It's exactly the spot where a CB would go. But alas, we get nothing. No reason to have a CB radio. There's nobody else in the game. I don't play multiplayer, unfortunately. We could play multiplayer at some point. I do have it installed. Just don't have anyone to play multiplayer with. Should have gone through the tunnel. I wonder if I fit through that tunnel. I wonder how much the escort would have freaked out if I'd gone through the tunnel. Is there nobody past us? They're back there. They're just deciding not to overtake for some reason. Okay, let's just scoot down to the left because close Jersey barrier. Excellent. Excellent. Are we not taking this exit? Oh, that's 95, not 93. Whoops. Let's just hug left again. Not a ton of room there. Not a ton of room. I'm still surprised nobody's trying to pass. Also, a fun thing that in real life a truck like this would have, generally they'll put additional mirrors on longer poles out so you can actually see around the house from the driver's seat. You have like extended mirrors that stick out to the sides farther than the width of the house. I wonder if we get to park this thing when we deliver. That'd be fun. I think this is the first quick job I've done in 4 years in this game since I bought my own truck when I first got the game. Is that a car? It is a car. Hello. Someone finally overtook us right as we're exiting. Perfect. Alright, so wide left turn. It's nice and easy. See? Nailed it. Yeah, we don't have any such limitations on moving houses in the U.S. A lot of times these will be allowed on the freeway just without escort. Even one as wide as this. Set the cruise control again. And now it's just a straight shot from here to up to Ely on US 93. Oh, it's gonna make me do 40 the entire time. This should at least be an easy achievement once we deliver the house. And then we've got to find the helicopter. I didn't even see any helicopter loads on like the first 6 pages of freight. We'll find him eventually. No cop. I am just greatly amused that there's a full police escort for one house. This must be the most important trailer ever. So far, a new job is going excellently. I actually get to pull cargo this week. I'm very excited. Very excited indeed. I've been mostly just doing on the National Historic Registry of Portable Homes. I've seen where they have actually moved like National Historic houses on trucks before, but nothing this dull. But like taking up like real historic mansions that are in bad spots. Like I think there was one that was right on the coast in North Carolina that was in danger from being wiped out by a hurricane or something, and they loaded that on a truck and moved it through a town. That was a real oversized load. Like they had to be super careful with where they moved it. That had full escorts and it moved really slow. This is just like a mobile home. This does not need an escort. Yeah, I'm very excited. I actually get to pull some freight in an autonomous truck this week, so that will be fun. So far, I've only ever tested with dummy loads. Another truck. Squeeze, squeeze. It's fine. Everything's fine. I don't think the cop needs to be like forcing people off the road like he is. I feel like we're not that wide. Like we're not even, like if I hug the fog line, we're not even over the yellow. Yeah, we can totally pretty much stay in our lane. He's just being a douche to all the oncoming traffic. Upstate New York, and I see there was a lighthouse that was listed. Yes! I believe I remember that one as well. Welcome to Nevada, where we have lots of trees for some reason. I've driven this road like a dozen times, and this doesn't look anything like the real US 93. It's really, really shockingly not accurate at all in this. There's such a difference between Nevada and later DLC for this game. Like Oregon, Washington, and Utah, and even New Mexico, I can drive around parts of that, like roads that I've done in real life, and recognize each section of it. And this, it's like, this is 93, really? So nothing like 93. None of this is on 93. There's no trees. Nothing like this. It just goes in roughly the right direction from roughly the right cities. I feel like if they did this now, like that whole thing, that's not on US 93. That doesn't exist on this road. I would remember this, trust me. It's like they took a bunch of telescopes from the Very Large Array in New Mexico and just copy-pasted them over here. I find that one especially funny because the real VLA is in the game now. Like the actual location for those radio telescopes is in the game now, and they're there as well. the VLA is in the game. If you take US 60 west from Socorro, New Mexico, you drive right through it. And you can see the dishes off the highway. Redoing old parts of the map to bring it up to new DLC level. I hope so. I'd be very happy to see that. It goes to Tonopah. So if this is where I think it is, there should be a really big, weird beef jerky store right around here somewhere that is Area 51 themed. Yeah, Nevada was one of the first 2 states that was released with the game. Like the day the game came out, it had Nevada and California, and they added Arizona shortly after. And I think before Arizona was added, they resized the map to make the distances between cities larger to bring it into the same scale as Euro Truck Simulator. Originally, it was all much smaller, much crunched up closer together, less gaps between the cities. It was a very different game when it came out, when I started playing. I had this game on day 1, and 2 months later I was driving the real thing. Such a good time, such a good time. Stop being such a douche to all these cars. This cop is on such a power trip. Just unnecessarily bullying people out of the road. Like, that was the only section where we couldn't just hug the shoulder. And we didn't even face any oncoming traffic there. What is this? Is this Pioche? Oh, slowing down. Okay, I see. I see how it is. Do we have to slow down this much? My cruise is set on the speed limit. I'm catching you. What's going on here? Random little truck stop. I have no idea where this is supposed to be. This does not look like anywhere I've ever been. Is this supposed to be Caliente? This does not look like Caliente at all. Is there a city name on it? Oh, I missed the city. Dang it, sorry. Don't hit the guardrail, don't hit the guardrail. I wonder if that was an actual city I was supposed to recognize. It'd be really funny if that was actually a place I've been. It just looks nothing like it. A couple of the cities in Nevada are really good. Pioche, or not Pioche, Tonopah looks fantastic. Beatty, Nevada is pretty much true to real life. There's a parking lot in Beatty, Nevada in this game that is a real parking lot that I've parked a truck in real life. Fairly recently, actually. I stopped there and ate at the Denny's in the casino on a trip from Vegas up to Reno. Fairly recently. So that city is accurate. It's just, for some reason, 93 did not get that level of love and attention. Ah, blistering 40 mile an hour again. This is so exciting. I saw this load set for Prim to Ely, Nevada. I'm like, oh cool, we can knock this out super fast. Not sure if ATS has 3 map teams now. They said they were going to push for 4. ETS2 map team was going to move over to ATS, but they never did. I'm pretty happy with the current pace of DLC coming out for this game. I mean, we just got Utah pretty recently, and they're already teasing Idaho, and I think I saw they were teasing Colorado now. So, you know, they're churning out the new maps with quite a lot of speed, and they're very high quality too. The Utah map expansion was just excellent. I felt like I could drive around that entire map purely from memory of having been to all those real places. I really liked the way they did Salt Lake City as well. A lot of people were complaining about Salt Lake City in the forums and stuff, and I'm like, no, you don't get it. I'm a truck driver, and this is literally perfect for my experience of Salt Lake City in real life. The fact that they have the one truck stop that I go to all the time there also amused me greatly, because everyone's like, oh, this doesn't look like a real truck stop. It's like, no, this is real. I've been there. It's right across from the Prime Yard. March, April is the next opening of the map. DLC. Interesting. I mean, that makes sense. They're doing an open beta now, so it makes sense that they're gearing up to kick Idaho out whenever that's done. Though I think they said this was going to be a longer beta cycle for this particular open beta, since it was such an overhaul of the sound system in the game. So I don't know. I'm not expecting. March seems optimistic for Idaho. Though honestly, the screenshots they've released do look very good. A lot of familiar places in the Idaho DLC, from the looks of things. I am really curious to see that, because there's a lot of places in Idaho that I really love. Like, the first thing I'm going to do when they drop the Idaho DLC is I'm going to fire up Twitch, and we're going to live stream going from Yellowstone, as close to Yellowstone as we can get in the game, across Craters of the Moon to Boise, to see what they've got in downtown Boise. See if any of the customers I know are there. I want to see if the Boise stage stop makes it in. It's like the most famous truck stop in the state. I really hope it's in the game. That is where Mr. Sinclair is from. In fact, should that make it into the game, that is, you know, my dinosaur co-pilot is a Boise stage stop native. Alright, so this is Pioche, Nevada. Again, does not look anything like the real city. The truck bypass, you cannot see any part of the town from the truck bypass. It is just like a full way out loop of the city. And it's like 70 miles an hour the whole way. It's got two little turnoffs that go into town. If you go through right around Christmas, Pioche kind of gets, they kind of do they do Christmas right in this city. So when you're on the truck bypass, you can see a lot of Christmas lights in the town itself as you go around the skirt and the edges of it. It's very cool. I've actually picked up cargo here in real life. The place that I've been, so you pass the northern end of the city here like we've done, and you go a short ways out, and then there's a farm in the valley off to the right here where I have picked up potatoes in real life. But this valley is not wide enough for that in the game. The town is nowhere near the road. It's way out there. What is this supposed to be? I don't know what road that is. I guess that's it. That's my farm where I picked up the potatoes. It looks nothing like it. I never got the chance to snag one of those Sinclairs. I still have several. So, you know, you've still got the chance if you happen to bump into me at an event or something. Because I assume that Plus AI is going to be traveling quite a lot. We announced at CES that we're going to try and test in every state that it is legal to test in before the end of 2020. So I will be around. I will definitely be around. I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling this year, I suspect. Also, if you are really desperate for a Sinclair, they do sell them on the website for Sinclair Oil Corp. Which state is I-80 is in south of the border is? That was not a sentence. Oh, I think you mean the Iowa 80. The Iowa 80 is in Iowa. The world's largest truck stop. That is in Iowa. That is near Davenport, Iowa. Yeah, I'm sure that one will make it in whenever we get out that way. But that's a long time off. That's pretty far. South of the border, I think, is in the Carolinas somewhere. I don't know. I've not been to that one. There's 4 or 5 big truck stops that are owned by the same company that runs the Iowa 80. So that's like the Iowa 80 is one of them. There's 2 in Missouri, the Oak Grove 70 and the Joplin 44, that are very large Petro truck stops. There's another one in Kenly, North Carolina on I-95. And then I think the same group runs the one in Little Rock on Interstate 40. I don't remember. Majors Junction. Oh, I've been here. This is a real place. Oh, this is interesting, because I feel like this has probably changed quite a lot since they added Utah in. Is Majors Junction actually here? Oh, it is! Nice! Yes, this is a nice big little spot you can pull over. This is a real place. See? They do some stuff, right? I imagine this got added with the Utah expansion. This is probably new. So yeah, so that elk crossing sign, you got to take that seriously here. There really are elk here. I have a video from my dashboard camera that I've got saved on my old laptop that I haven't uploaded to YouTube or anything, but it is me climbing this hill, which is much steeper and longer of a climb in real life, obviously, but climbing this hill with an elk just running along the side of the road right in front of me. Like, I'm at this part of the hill, almost, actually, this looks identical to where it happened. And the elk was just running along, like, right on the fog line. And I'm kind of, like, hogging the middle of the road like this, trying to keep the people behind me from passing me and putting the elk in danger. Then it just turns right and runs up the hill right around here. Big bull elk. Very, very, very dramatic looking animal. And of course, I was in a heavy loaded truck coming out of Pioche, so I was not climbing this hill with any sort of speed. The elk was absolutely keeping up with me as it ran up the hill. That thing was just hauling ass at like 20 miles an hour on foot up a mountain. Elk are just shockingly fast animals for something that large. All right, so now should be coming into Ely, I think. Looks like it. Yes, that would be it. I'm just gonna hog the middle of the road here, now that we're in town. So, real life. Real life, you come into town, the first thing that you get to is, there's a left turn, there's US Highway 6, goes up there, and then there is there's a Love's truck stop here now. A very nice Love's truck stop that I stop at a lot. Which I guess would be this intersection here. US 6 and US 50 are not the same intersection like they are in this game. They're two separate intersections. US 6 is back at the edge of town, back there, and then US 50 here is right in the middle of town, at the bottom of a steep hill. So yeah, none of this is right. None of this looks right at all. I hope this town is one of the ones that they get that gets the redone treatment. I would love to see Ely get a little more love and attention, because it does not look anything like this in real life. I'm pretty sure I've got videos on my channel that I have shown. I don't know if we're allowed to drive in Canada. I do not know. Though I will absolutely volunteer for Canada if we go. Alright, what's going on here? Oh, we're stuck behind a car. Okay. I see how it is. I'm like, I didn't think we were supposed to stop at red lights with special transport missions. Yeah, I have no idea what the rules on autonomous trucks are in Canada. But if we're allowed to test up there, I can only assume it'll happen eventually. I do have a TWIC card, so I am allowed to haul cargo into and out of Canada if I need to across the border. I just don't know if that's something that we're going to be doing with Plus AI with the autonomous trucks. Actually, I don't know if that's... I don't know how that works now, because I know in... I know with NAFTA, a TWIC card was all I needed. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. All right. I know with NAFTA, I could cross the border with just my TWIC card, but I don't know if I'll need a passport now to make it. I actually made that. Cool. What are you doing? Oh. We're here. Okay. There we go. Am I in the right? No, I'm not. There we go. I think what happened there is this is a sleeping spot, and I think it like gave me permission to. Oh, I just slept by accident. Dang it. Delivered the house, fell asleep in the parking lot. Oh, that's too funny. And hey, it still counted as on time though. Did I get the achievement? I didn't see. Home Sweet Home. Got the achievement, I think. Scrolling. I don't know if you guys can even see this. Yeah, I don't see the achievement, so I guess we got it. It's not on the to be delivered list. So we need to do the helicopter and the hell was that? We need to do the helicopter and the different parts of the dump truck. But that will have to be on a different stream because I need to pass it like 4/5 of the way down. Oops. Okay, so you guys can actually see that. That's good. I'm very surprised it didn't give me a late penalty for falling asleep in the parking lot. All right. Well, anyway, that will do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to cut this up and put it onto YouTube so people can't say I'm not making content anymore. Thank you all for joining me as we delivered this house. And thank you to MPR 1999 and Ferricine for joining me in the chat. There's at least 3 other people watching. I don't know who they are, though. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day. Sorry we're not doing real trucking at the moment, but, you know, as soon as I'm allowed to record something, I will, and it will go up. So, thank you, and have a great day. Bye!